Hey everybody, welcome to video number 1 in this eBay training course of several videos to come. You're gonna get an entire list of each video step by step. We're gonna cover the entire eBay platform from A to Z, start to finish. Everything from listing, photography, sales, printing, shipping labels, shipping materials, all the way to feedback, your account, your metrics, your fees, your accounting, top to bottom. This course that you have purchased and are part of now will get you started, whether you're a beginner, whether you have a little bit of experience, or if you're an advanced eBay seller that needs tips and tricks. We're going to include all that at the end as well. So step 1 is assuming that you have an eBay and PayPal account. If you don't, you need to go to ebay.com and you need to go to paypal.com using an email. Hopefully you use the same email and sign up for both accounts. They're very, very easy. They both have the register or the login accounts on the main pages. That's step number 1. And this course is gonna pick up from after you have already registered for both of those websites and confirmed your email. So a question that I get a lot is it required for you to have a license, a permit, something of that nature to sell on eBay? It's not. You can set up shop and start selling on eBay or any platform immediately as an individual, as a person. There's no such thing as a reseller's license or a reseller's permit or anything that's needed. You can operate as an individual. It's called a sole proprietor forever. And that just means you're operating under your social security number, and when the time comes to file taxes as a business, you'll file it using your social security number. Now, with that said, the best thing to do is to get a tax ID number, a federal tax ID number from the IRS. That's on IRS.GOV. You'll be offered the options to register as a sole proprietor, like I just said, which would just be your social security number, or you can register as an LLC or a S Corp, C Corp, corporation, partnership, multi-partnership, all the different options. For most people, I recommend a sole proprietor. That means it's just you, you own the business, you run it. Even if you're married or have a husband, you can still just have it in your name and it's fine. You're certainly welcome to add a significant other or somebody to the business. Now, if you're gonna have partners or business investors or your friends or things like that, you may have to move into another category of setup. The other thing you can do is an LLC. Now, an LLC as a sole owner LLC, not a partnership LLC, a sole owner, will allow you to have the exact same tax classification as a sole proprietor, but you will have the protections of an LLC, which is limited. Make sure you Google, I'll provide a link in the video, what actually an LLC covers. Now, the difference in registering them typically is, LLCs can be anywhere from $50 to $150 a year. Sole proprietors are typically just a few dollars. They're cheap to maintain every year. Once you go on IRS.gov and file your business name, you'll get the EIN for free. You'll get your tax ID number for free. You want to keep that paper somewhere safe, make copies of it, and etc. The second step you're going to want to do is go to your local state Department of Revenue website. Here it's the Florida Department of Revenue, and this is where you're going to register your business in your state. Each state is different. Each state has a different charge. Here in Florida, for an LLC, it's $144 a year. That's what I just talked about. I know in some states it's like $80, some states it's $200. In California, for example, if you're in California, registering an LLC is like $800 a year. I highly, highly recommend you stay with a sole proprietorship unless you absolutely require an LLC. So one of the things we're going to talk about later is taxation and accounting. The benefits of being a sole proprietor or a sole owner LLC as opposed to corporations or multi-levels or partners is that this income is taxed as in one person pass-through income, which means basically if the company makes $50,000 this year in profit, and after you figure out all your taxes, you owe the IRS $5,000, you pay them, the company, which is you, the company, pays the IRS their $5,000 or whatever amount of taxes you owe, and the $45,000 profit that you left over, that's finished after paying your taxes, is yours. You can take it, you can spend it through the year, you can swipe your card. You never have to pay a second set of taxes. You are only taxed once. If you're a corporation or multi-partnerships or things like that, that's when you have to start writing paychecks. The company would have to pay taxes on the profit. They would then write you a paycheck, and then you would get income taxed on your paycheck. And so it's much more complicated. It's usually more expensive. You're taxed higher. The company does get a write-off for paying an employee, but it's just more complicated. For most of the folks that are going to be watching this video to begin with, you will want to start as a sole proprietor or possibly an LLC. I have an LLC simply just to have the LLC. It's almost identical to the sole proprietorship. So that's the starting things that you'll need to do. Register on eBay, register on PayPal, and then get yourself set up as a legitimate business. You don't have to right away. You can just operate as an individual and build up over a couple of months, but I highly recommend you start looking into this over the next couple of months as you build your eBay career. Also, some states have county permits that are required. We have a county occupational license. It's just basically a right to run a business in my county. So not only am I registered with the state, I also have to give the county, it's like $30 a year. So my $144 for my LLC, my $30 for my county, $174 is what it costs me to run my business and register it in my county and my state each year. And so those are the first steps that you'll need to take to become legitimate. Again, I will provide links down below that you can use to get to the IRS website, and also a link that will describe to you what an LLC is and what protections you get. And later in the video, we will discuss some of the tax ramifications and all of that setup as we get to the part of this training course that covers accounting, bookkeeping, and taxes, along with getting with a CPA to help you out. So step number one, registering your business and logging in and registering for eBay and PayPal.